Hi and welcome to this channel. Martha Makwata here again. So today I'm bringing to you a video and it is somewhat a vlog because we are busy in the kitchen. There is someone cooking on this other end. That's my niece. Sarah, say hi.
Hi.
Yes, and everything is everywhere. Today we are just showing you how we do our evening. So I just want to bring to you my simple bread recipe, the one that I make and enjoy with my family. So we'll go right into the recipe and ingredients that go into my bread. Okay. Hi. Ati, you are camera shy. Come and say hi. Here he is. Say hi. Say hi. Hi. You've met him. Okay. We go right into the ingredients. Sorry for the noise in the background. You already know that we are doing our dinner. It's at night. I'm shooting this video in the evening. So this is how our counter normally looks with everything everywhere. We will organize that. So into our recipes, or the ingredients, we have 3.5 cups of flour right here, as you can see. I hope the microphone is working. Then we have 3 tablespoons of sugar right here, as you can see. We have yeast right here. I'll put in 1 tablespoon of oil and I'm mixing using milk. So this is 1.5 glass of milk. This is the glass I'm using. And this is my milk right here. So, oh, and I was forgetting, I'm also adding in this powdered milk. This one here. It's 3 tablespoons of powdered milk. So into my milk, let me just give it a nice focus. So into this milk, I'll add in our yeast. I had warmed the milk a bit, so I'll mix it in just gently like this, and then I'll leave it to stand for about 5 minutes. When you see me back here, it will be after 5 minutes. And so this is 5 minutes later. This is our mixture of milk and yeast. So I'm pouring it into this mixing bowl right here. I'm trying to trap everything. Then into this, I'll add in our 3 tablespoons of sugar. I hope our sugar will mix in well and not settle down. That's what I'm trying to do, just to try and mix in the sugar. So hopefully the sugar has mixed in well. I'm adding in our flour, 3.5 glasses of flour. I'm adding in our oil. We need some salt and our powdered milk. So this is my salt. I'm adding in just a pinch like that. So I'll start off my machine. This is about 2 minutes later. This is the way our dough looks like. So I'm heading to my kneading table so that I knead the dough. for about 8 minutes. So let's head over there. So I've put a timer here for 8 minutes. It was 8. So I'm adding some flour on my working table. My hands are clean. I've just washed them. And I add our flour onto the table. It's quite soft, but at the end of it all, it will be the right texture, hopefully. So we'll add some more flour. Then I'll knead. So I'll continue kneading like this for the next 8 minutes. I still have about 7 minutes to go. So this is the heaviest part, the trickymost part. So I need something to scrub to continue. So let's meet at that point when my dough is ready. So we are in the last seconds of my kneading. And as you can see, this is how my dough has turned out. So I'll just try to bring everything together. Our alarm is off. So we are 8 minutes into that. So I'll just pause it so that I finish up with my dough. So it still sticks because it is quite soft. You saw it from the beginning, but it is ready. So I'm just using a little bit of flour so that I bring it together, just like this. So I'll prepare my ball. This one here, I'll put in some oil. Then I put in our dough, cover it, and let it stand for about 1 hour in a warm place. So let's do that. So I've put some oil on our ball. Let me just spread it out like this. This is just to help our dough not to stick on the ball. So I'm dropping it right in. So I'll cover it with a clean cloth, a damp clean cloth. Alternatively, I can even use a cling film, but I want a clean cloth. So let me do that. I'll show you. So this is the cloth we are using to cover our dough. And normally what I do, I turn on the oven for just about 2 minutes. Then I switch it off to gain that warmth. Right now it is rainy. It's a raining season. And so having warmth is very hard. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So we come back after 1 hour. So if we check here, we just have about 1 minute, 30 seconds before our 1 hour lapses. And so I'm bringing our dough out of the oven. Remember, we put it there for warmth purposes. So let's see how it looks. Hey, I can feel it even before I open. It has really come up. That's the way it looks. has touched our cloth, but it is okay. So I'll press it down, put some flour on the table, then work it out again. So we'll just do that to let the air out. Then I turn it onto the table. Then we are to put some flour to avoid it from sticking on the table. Then I just spread it using my fingers. I'm tempted to roll it out, but I'll not roll it out using a rolling beam. That will interfere with the air inside. So I'll simply do this. I hope the focus is good. So I'll cut these into two. Then we work out. This can give us two breads, 2 pieces of bread, or we call it 2 breads, 2 loaves of breads. Yes, 2 loaves of bread. So English ilikuja na meli. English came with the ship. It's not our first language. So yes, I'm doing that just right about now. So we are cutting our dough, dividing it into 2. I believe the sizes are equal. So I'll work on one, then the other one. So what I'll do is to try and bring it together. Like that. My people had dinner, and right now there is a little bit of movement around here. So this is how small it looks. Let me work it in again. Just like this. So we want a neat ball. That is what I'm trying to achieve. I want a neat ball. So I'll put some flour over here. Think over here we can still see it nicely. Then I just do this. So I'll work on this other one. Just bring it together again like this. This one seems to be bigger than the other one. We'll see at the point of baking. After we bake our bread. If you hear some voices, my family are in this living room. So bear with me. So again, I'll put some oil over here. This is just to help us not to have it stick around here. I really want a smooth ball. So let me try once more to have it smooth. So I'll set them right here, just like the other one. Then cover it for about 15 minutes. I'm putting 15 minutes on this other phone to time. We are in the dying minutes of 15 minutes, as you can see, just down to about 50 seconds. So let's wait for it to end. Then we go to our dough and see. I'm looking for the best focus for you to see. So we have 30 seconds before our alarm goes off. Let me just cancel it. Then we start off on our dough. The dough has again doubled. If you check here, right here, our dough is here. So I'll put flour here and work it out. And now we are working it out to put it into the pans where we will bake. Our pans are right here. I've finished my baking paper. So I decided to grease the pans, then put the flour to just help them not to stick. So we'll start with the first one. I'll put on some flour on it. I've put some flour on our working surface. So what I'll do is to try and spread out the dough as much as possible using my hands. So I'm spreading it out as much as possible. Then I want to bring it like this, then spread it even the more. So this base is supposed to be the size of my pan, this base. So I'll fold it in. So there we go. I'll tuck this belly of my bread belly. Then put some flour on it. Oh, it is sticking, but it is fine. Put some flour on all sides to just help it not to stick. Then the side that I tucked will go under like that. We are through with this first one. We'll put it here. Let me work on this second one. So just as easy as that. My dough is quite fluffy, and that is a good sign. We'll have good bread for the family, for the breakfast, for our breakfast. So I trust the focus is good. So I keep pressing like this, just using my hand. Then I turn it like this. So this is supposed to be the size of my pan again. So we'll now bring it like this, roll it in. So I want some more flour, not to allow it to stick. So I'm pinching this end like this. Then I roll it on flour to just ensure it will not stick in the pan. So here is our pan. I'll again put it in like that. So we'll put this here again. We cover them now for 45 minutes. When we reach the 35 minute mark, I'll come and preheat my oven. We are baking them at 180 degrees for 40 minutes. But at this point, we cover them and let the bread rise now. So we are again in the last 30 seconds of our 45 minutes, and our bread has been rising. Look at how beautiful the breads have turned. So we will be baking the bread and see how it turns out. So stay tuned to see how our bread will turn out after baking. Our oven has been preheating for the last 10 minutes. So let's tuck them in and just set up. Let me set so that you're able to see me going into the oven. It's right there. I hope you'll be able to see. Yeah. So we put them in and wait. So we are baking at 40 minutes. The temperature is 180. So in goes our bread. Let's come back at the 40-minute mark. So this is 40 minutes later. Our bread is ready. Our 2 loaves are ready. So what I normally do is to remove them from their containers, these loaf pans. Then I apply some melted margarine to just avoid the coat from becoming dry. So that's what I'll do before they cool off. So they are quite hot. I'll use this kitchen rag to just help me in removing. Look at how they look. I know they have also baked well inside. So we want to use the heat before it goes lower. So I simply use a brush. I'll dip it into my margarine, this melted margarine. Then I apply like this. This is to help the crust not to become hard, for lack of a better word. So we are done with the first one. We are on the second one. So simply do this. I removed them before the oven went off. So the bell you've just heard is the oven because they were done. So we'll leave our bread to cool. Then we'll slice it later and just see how they look in the inside. This one is bigger. This one looks bigger. As I saw it immediately, I separated the dough before we even got here. I remember I think I mentioned, yeah. So yeah, that's it. We'll wait for them to cool off. We give them about 20 minutes. Then we cut and see the way they look. Baking of bread is not a walk in the park. It takes a lot of time. But when you're successful at the end, for sure you feel really nice. So I just want to cut into this bread. It's 20 minutes later. They have been cooling. The loaves have been cooling. So I want to take up this big one. It's the one we are cutting to check and see the inside. So we'll place this other one aside. Then we bring the one we are cutting onto the board. So there you go. This is the one we are cutting. And allow me to cut from this end so that we see the way it is. It is so soft. I hope the inside is also as good. So there we go. Let me cut it. This is the way it looks. And with the ingredients that have gone in, I'm sure this bread is so creamy. It is soft. And the taste will not disappoint. It is late at night, around 11 p.m. So I might not eat it. It's not healthy to eat at such a time. But looking at the bread, for sure, this is a good loaf of bread. This one I can confirm. So up to this time, I hope you've been following through, you've followed through the recipe, and kindly comment if you're willing to try out this recipe. So if you've not subscribed and yet you love such content, kindly consider subscribing to join this amazing family so that whenever we upload any video, you don't miss out. So until the next time, bye for now.